No, absolutely not. And okay, there. I got a bit of ammo. That's good enough. So my hope is I got about an hour left to record. I want to say my hope is to at least like probably get the Arbiter section done. This first batch of Arbiter missions. Maybe depending on how things are doing, we'll do the next batch of chief missions. It's funny because part of me is like, don't spoil it, don't spoil it. Like, this is a almost 20-year-old game now, you know? I think it's fine if I spoil things a little bit. Definitely some pretty, at least two notable games having anniversaries next year would be Halo 2 and Halo, or not Halo, The Thousand Year Door. I don't know why I was blanking on its name so much, and it makes sense why they're doing that remake, that remaster for next year. That Nintendo Direct was certainly something.
Deal with him, my brothers. I will defend the Oracle. Its truth must not be silenced.
Sorry, I know I wasn't really looking at him. Oh my god. I definitely felt like it was a pretty like kind of mid-direct, maybe a little like subpar, like on the lower end. But then that final review, man, that final reveal was just damn.
Are mobilizing their air forces, officer. Get after their leader, but watch your back. I'm sending one of our bandits to support you.
Keep forgetting it's B for Banshee Bomb. I can barely hear it, but there's what? Two missions in this game that have music made by like a band or an artist, at least that isn't Marty O'Donnell. This is one of them. This is it's a song by Incubus, which was a band I was never familiar with, and even then, I always found while this song definitely stands out, I was always more of a fan of the Breaking Benjamin song, and was it the Chief's last mission? It's his last or second last mission. And it's kind of like, that's why I know Breaking Benjamin is because of Halo 2. But this song is really good. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, in terms of just music preference and whatnot, it's not exactly one of my favorites. Oh my god, I'm surprised I missed. But it's cool because it definitely adds some more variety to the soundtrack. Not that like I think Halo really needs it because even like as we've seen in Halo 1 and 3, Like, I don't think the fact that like you could say all the soundtrack pieces are within the same genre or whatever you want to say, like it's good music. It's just straight up good music, you know. Ow, bastard. This looks like I'm not sure if this is actually like the exact area we had the start of the game at. I mean that's gone, so probably just a reused assets and stuff. Come on, there we go. This is another one of those things where, if you know where to go, you can just go right to the end of this mission once you get to the Banshee. Again, since I am more about showing off the game, this is not meant to be some kind of quick play of the campaign or whatever. I'm going to play through these bits. But I just like noting that kind of stuff, like because once you've played the game and stuff, and if you're trying to go for like the part times on MCC or anything, you can skip a large portion of this mission. Yeah, the dodging the barrels and stuff you can do is definitely new. Okay, those. I thought I thought I saw an energy sword, and I was like, crap. Like, I just back away, just hold up.
What is it? That stench. I've smelled it before.
Oh, he just disappeared. Pop out. Juggernaut. Alright, so by the way, this guy is just straight up unkillable. It's one of those funny things I've spent time where I would kill all the other elites and just beat the crap out of him, and I know it's funny and stupid, and I was a kid. One thing I want to note too, so we saw in that cutscene when you destroy the scarab and Chief's walking down it and all that stuff. Um, like I've seen it with the battle rifle, so I know like the game has some kind of system in place where you can have like sometimes you can have different guns in your hand. It's not real time, but it feels like they rendered out say like 2 or 3 different versions for certain cutscenes, so you can like it will show you with different guns, which is kind of neat. I don't know exactly how it works. I just like I'm kind of used to seeing it with the shotgun, but I've also seen it with the battle rifle. So
What happened here?
Heretic!
Hold your fire! Hold your fire! I wondered who the prophets would send to silence me. An arbiter. I'm flattered.
He's using a holodrome. He must be close. Come out so we may kill you.
Get in line.
actually, you can take that, and then I will.
Stand
Look
firm.
at that.
The flood is upon us.
So yeah, you saw me break up the forms or the bodies on the ground. You do that so the little guys cannot infect them. Again, it's like one of those nice little details. That I don't feel like it's a very small thing, but I think it's cool. That's like, hey, you can destroy the bodies here. Like if you want to make it a little easier on yourself, you can grab the energy sword and destroy the bodies. You know.
What have they done?
Go up. I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
So I hope you guys are ready for the slowest elevator in the history of elevators. It's something I really agree with Racevic on if you've watched his Years Later series on the Halo franchise. Halo 1 had a problem with cloning rooms over and over again, right? And that was done because Halo 1 did have a chaotic development cycle. That's why the last 3 missions are retreads of older missions, because it probably saves them a lot of time. And even that, like, 4th last mission, the library, there's a lot of repeated hallways and stuff. So it was probably not a mission that was thrown together a little faster. So instead of the copy-paste hallways, in this game they change it up to, instead of going through the same like room, 10 different times, it's now, we'll stick you in a room and you could fight like 7 waves of enemies in it, right? So it's the same problem, just kind of presenting itself in a different way. To almost, say that word for word is how Racevic said it. The problem just presents itself in a different way. Damn it, stop turning. So in terms of getting through this section faster, it is possible, but because of a death boundary, kill boundary, whatever you want to call it, you do have to get through a good bit of you have to get through at least a part way through the elevator. It's always hard to know how far down you have to get. But if you can like jump onto those things, or like that railing right there. And then you can kind of slowly drop your way down. Like one thing I have definitely done here, because even I can't deny that this fucking elevator is boring. I'm sorry, but this is not like one of those instances where like not one of those like elevator instances where I think it's like really fun. This elevator is fucking boring, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So, legitimately, there have been times where I would just jump down onto like one of those railings, and I would just wait. I would just let the AIs deal with it. I would just wait until the elevator dropped down low enough to the point that I could go through the door. I don't know if I mean, I'm not gonna do it in this playthrough because again, I've said before, I'm trying to show this off. But maybe when I do the anniversary of this game, I may try to do that little shortcut, if you will. There are definitely games I've played with like an elevator-esque sequence that are much more engaging than this one. Hell, it's one of those like I wish in the anniversary, honestly, I wish they took the time maybe to speed this bit up.
Coward!
That's the one I just got rid of. No, I want to dual wield. Or my way. I swear there was like another plasma rifle. That's my old one. Oh, we'll just use this one till it's out of battery, I guess. Oh god, don't hit me off, please. There we go. I know I killed him. He dropped it. Hooray, we made it. I don't mind fighting the Flood, as I'm pretty sure I kind of made clear in Halo 1. Like, I personally find them entertaining enough to fight. And maybe that's more down to Halo's combat just being fun for me, but I don't mind fighting them at all. God damn it. It keeps happening. No, I want to switch it out. I know I'm stating nothing new when I say this, but definitely something that made Halo stand out, Halo 1 and 2, is just because I feel like so many games you play will just be like your team of good guys versus the team of bad guys, but because this game has, you know, the Sentinels, or the franchise has the Sentinels slash Forerunners, the Covenant, and the Flood, that you get these kind of like, you know, different factions clashing, right? And it definitely helps make the missions more interesting to go through. That's not just like, because there's a little less of like, oh man, I have to do everything. There's a bit more like, I can let the enemies fight it out, you know? I can kind of chill back and just maybe plan how I want to go about this, so. It is definitely one of the things I appreciate about Halo. But again, like, see, this is essentially the same as the elevator, where it's like so much of this mission is just like fight enemies in this room, fight enemies in this room, you know? Or at least the beginning of this mission. It gets a little better later on, but like the first, I don't know, the first half of this mission, I guess, is just a lot of it's just this. Sit in this room and clear 9 waves of enemies. Not the most creative game design. I also say something that Racevic said, like, in his Halo 3 one, where it's, I think if they gave a bit more context as to why we need to sit in this room and defend as many waves of enemies against it, it would help. But, like, the game is just kind of like, oh, you're in this room, and now we're gonna make you clear this many waves of enemies before the doors, you know, are opened up by enemies. Oh my god. Can I hit something, please? Like, come on. He's backing away because he knows I can lunge. Ooh. That is definitely one of the fun things with the sword, is just like getting exactly in the range to the point where you know you can get them, you know?